What is up, everybody? Welcome to another video on the Game Night YouTube channel. In today's video, guys, we're going to be unboxing, unpacking the third adventure pack for Iron Helm, Galnok's Labyrinth. Boom, there it is. Check it out right there, dude. So we're going to go ahead and unpack this little adventure pack of cards here. It is a level 2 adventure. So once you beat the base game of Iron Helm, you can go ahead and face off against Galnok's Labyrinth in this level 2 adventure. This pack is going to come with 1 character card, 1 boss card, 1 skill card, 3 trappings cards, 3 loot cards, 3 plot cards, 5 enemy cards, and a map card. So dudes, we're going to get right into opening this thing. On these packs, they have a little like tear marks here where you can rip the packs open if you want, but I kind of want to preserve the pack. So I'm going to use my handy dandy scissors here and very carefully cut open the top of the pack, just like so. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and get these cards out of here. There we go. All right, let's see what we got here, dudes. We got Galnok's Labyrinth. So I'm going to go through this whole pack for you guys so you can see exactly what you're getting into and make an informed decision on if you're interested in this and you want to buy this pack. So it says, Galnok's Labyrinth. As the moon rises in the sky and the howls of nightmare creatures linger in the air, you find yourself at the entrance of a cave. Maybe a good place to take a little rest. Yeah, sure. It says, remove the following cards from the base game and replace them with the cards found in this adventure pack. So the enemies: Orc Warrior, Goblin, Wolf, and Fisherman. Get them out of here, dudes. We're getting those dudes out of here, and we're going to put in the enemies from this pack in their place. For the plots, the Old Woman, the Passageway, and the Wolf, those are also gone. We're going to replace those with the plot cards in this pack right here. And then the boss card that comes in this pack is Galnok, who I'm assuming this big Minotaur-looking dude with a giant axe and a skull helmet thing over here. He's looking pretty menacing. That's the boss that you're going to face at the end of this adventure. It also says at the bottom here, special thanks to Ben Haskett for authoring the plot cards in this adventure. Cool. Shout out, Ben. Very cool stuff. So there we go. And it's also got a little dungeon on the back here if you want to use a different dungeon for this adventure. Kind of shows like some little waterways and stuff in here. So I'm guessing there's going to be some kind of watery, aquatic type enemies and stuff in this dungeon. I don't know. That's an assumption I'm making, but hey, let's go ahead and find out together. These packs always come with the cards all randomly mixed up, so I'm going to sort them out into neat little piles, show you guys exactly what you're getting in Galnok's Labyrinth. Okay, guys, let's jump right into it. First, we're going to start with the brand new character card, Aslar. There he is right there. We got Aslar, a brand new character for this adventure. And of course, you could use all the characters that come in these different adventure packs any kind of way you want. They're not relegated to being used just in these adventures that they come in. So here you go, guys. You got Aslar. He's got 12 health. He's got 12 energy. He can hold 8, so not too much, but he starts with 2 rations. That's insane. I haven't seen any of the characters start with 2 rations. That's amazing. And he starts with 4 gold. Wow, that's a lot of gold. Wow, this dude's going in prepared. I can tell you that much. Where he lacks in his strength and ability to carry things, he's making up for it in his starting food and his starting money there. His trappings that he starts with is the Moon Dagger. I'm sure we'll take a look at that in just a moment. It's going to be a new card. And his skill that he gets is an agility skill. It is called Sixth Sense, and that is this brand new skill right here. There you go. That is Sixth Sense. It is an agility proficiency skill that Aslar starts the game with. And it says, once per dungeon level, you may either avoid an ambush or reveal both dungeon cards and choose one to resolve. That is insane. That is super powerful. Man, if you combine that with the magic ring from the base game, which lets you avoid an ambush, you can avoid 2 ambush. Wow, dude, Aslar is sneaky, bro. Aslar is super sneaky, man. That's very cool. I like that. Okay, it's a cool theme for this guy right here. So there you go. That is Sixth Sense. That is his ability right there. That's his skill. Now we're going to get into the trappings. And here is the Moon Dagger. That is the weapon that Aslar starts the game with. Check that out right there. There you go. It is worth 2 gold. It weighs 1, and it is a primary hand weapon. And it says, once per dungeon level, if equipped, you may re-roll the results of an enemy's attack. Ooh, wow. So if you get whopped on, dude, if you get completely like smashed by an enemy and you're like, nah, dude, I'm not feeling that. I don't want to take all that damage. Once per dungeon level, the Moon Dagger will let you re-roll that. So there you go. That's very powerful. Man, Aslar crazy. I can't wait to play with him, dude. That's crazy. Okay, and then we've got Hulnot's Brew. This looks like a brand new potion here. Check that out. It says you can discard it to gain 3 energy. That is completely insane. It's worth 2 gold. It weighs 1, and of course it is an accessory. Dude, the new potions that come in these adventure packs, I'm very impressed with. They are very, very powerful. So, yep, you chug this potion, you gain 3 energy. So everybody that's having a hard time with the energy in the game, there you go. That is a great way to get some energy right there. And then the final trapping card is the large backpack. So this is worth 2 gold. It weighs 0. Very interesting. You just strap this thing on your back. You're ready to go. It is an accessory. And it says +2 to your encumbrance allowance and +1 health when you rest at the camp. Wow, so that's pretty cool. That'd be very cool for Aslar to take with him since he can't really hold very much. So there you go. That'll add to your encumbrance and you'll get some extra health whenever you take a rest at the camp. There you go. I'm assuming because you got your nice little bedroll right there, you know what I mean? You're going to be more well-rested rather than just sleeping on the hard ground in the dungeon. So there you go. There is your large backpack right there. Now we're going to move on to the plot cards. There are 3 plot cards in this adventure pack. There is Revenge, which is going to give you a 1 eye icon toward fighting the boss. There is a Dubious Dish. I'm very intrigued to know what that one is all about. So you're probably going to eat some sort of shady meal or something that's either going to be really good or get you sick or something. I don't know. I'm making some assumptions there, but then we'll move on to the last one. It's called the Assailant, which will give you 1 eye icon toward fighting the boss. And of course, these plot cards, they are thematic narrative plots that sort of add a story and some lore to your adventure as you move through the dungeon. It gives you some options, decisions to make, which will either reward you or hinder you. And yeah, they get you closer to fighting the boss. So you get these 3 new plot cards, which of course will replace the plot cards that are mentioned on the instruction card here. Now we're going to get into the loot. Everybody's favorite part, the loot. We're getting 3 loot cards in this one because we got an extra trapping. From the first 2 packs that I opened, it seemed that there were 2 trappings and 4 loot. This time around, there's 3 trappings and 3 loot, unless I did that wrong. We're going to double check real quick, but nope, yep, there's 3 trappings and there's 3 loot. So let's check out what the loot are in this pack. We have Mask of Mizlak. That right there, dude. Mask of Mizlak. It says it's worth 4 gold, it weighs 1, and it goes on your head, of course. It is a mask. You may avoid conflicts with any undead enemy with a base health of 4 or less. That's going to be very useful early on in the dungeon when you're coming across zombies and skeletons and stuff like that that have a lower base health. You'll be able to just avoid those conflicts entirely if you don't want to fight them. So that's pretty cool. They'll think you're one of them, I guess, if you're wearing this little bone mask right here. So there we go. It's a very cool loot. We also have Mizlak's Journal. Wow, a lot of Mizlak-themed loot here. Check this one out. Pretty nice little journal, Mizlak's Journal. It's 2 gold, and it weighs 1, and it goes as an accessory. I don't know if Mizlak would appreciate us reading his journal, but it says, discard to reveal the top 5 cards in the loot deck. Discard any loot cards you wish, and then place the remaining cards face down back on top of the loot deck. Whoa. That is amazing, dude. So you could get the loot deck stacked how you want it. If you find some trash in there and you're like, nah, I don't want that, you can throw it away, stack it up so that way you're finding the loot that you want. Wow, that is super, super powerful piece of loot right there. And last but not least, Mizlak's stash. Poor Mizlak. We're just stealing all of Mizlak's loot. You can take a look at this one. It's worth 0 gold. It weighs 0. And it's nothing. It doesn't have an icon over here for what it is. Let's see what this says. It says to discard immediately and draw 1 loot card, 1 potion card, and gain 1 ration, or gain D6 gold and 1 ration. Wow. Okay, so you can either get a loot card, a potion card, and a ration, or you can get D6 gold and a ration. Very, very cool. Mizlak's stash. That's cool, dude. We're rummaging through all of Mizlak's stuff, man. We're stealing his mask. We're reading his diary. We're rummaging through his chest. I don't know how happy he's going to be about that, but I'm pretty happy about it. That's some good stuff that you can get right there from those loot cards. And now we're going to move on to the enemy cards here. There are 5 of them. Usually in these packs, there are 3 of one of them and 2 of the other. Let's see if that is still the same case. Yep, that is the case here. So there are 3 floating skull. There they are, dude. That's pretty cool looking. I like that. I love all the art in this game. Such an old school, like fantasy D&D type feel. I love it. So the floating skull, he has 5 health, 2 base damage, a treasure class of 1, so you're going to get that 1 loot when you defeat him. He is weak to undead stuff, since I guess he is undead himself. And defeating the floating skull will move you up 1 on the morality track. I love it, dude. More ways to affect and interact with the morality track. I think that's great. The base game had a fair amount of it, but it's cool that these adventure packs and expansions are adding more to that. I really, really like that. That's cool. It makes your decisions, your moral decisions, more impactful in the game. So very cool. So defeating this guy, you're going to move up 1 on the morality track. And yeah, there are 3 copies of that floating skull right there. And then there are 2 copies of this guy. Boom, the Death Seer. He has 7 health, does 2 base damage. He's got a treasure class of 2, so you're going to be getting that loot and a potion, and his purse has 1 gold coin in it, so you're going to be getting a gold when you defeat him. He is also undead, weak to undead things also, and the Death Seer is immune to potions. So your splash potions, your holy water, this dude ain't bothering with none of that. They ain't going to do nothing to him. He's just going to wash that right off, not even going to hurt him. So he is immune to all potions. So you're going to have to do it the old-fashioned way and just bash this guy with your weapon. So there we go, guys. Those are the enemies, and last, but certainly not least, the brand new boss of this expansion. Boom. Galnok himself, dudes. Galnok. You saw him on the cover. Here he is on the card. This guy has 20 health, does 2 base damage. Wow, that's actually a little weak for how buff this dude's looking. 2 damage. Let's see what his, let's get more into it and see what his special ability is, though. I don't want to count him out just yet. He also has a treasure class of 2. He is undead, of course. He gives you 3 coins when you kill him. He's pretty rich. He's pretty ballin'. And it says, if Galnok rolls doubles, he strikes for the value indicated on 1 of the dice. Ah. Okay, so if he rolls doubles, he doesn't miss you. So he's, okay, so like if he rolls, 2 6s, for instance, instead of missing you, he's going to hit you for 6. And that goes for anything. He rolls 2 1s. Instead of missing you, he's going to hit you for 1. So anytime he rolls doubles, you take the 1 of the dice values and you add that to his damage, and he's going to hit you. So maybe that's why his attack is a little bit on the lower side, because he never misses. This guy just doesn't miss. He's a pro. So there you go. That is Galnok. That's who you're going to fight at the end of this adventure, Galnok's Labyrinth. Once you make it through the Labyrinth, once you read Mizlak's diary and steal all of his stuff from his stash, and you sneak around with Aslar with your backpack and all your stuff, you're going to get to Galnok, hopefully finish him off, and live to fight another day. So there we go, guys. That is adventure pack number 3 for Iron Helm, Galnok's Labyrinth, a level 2 adventure. You get all of this stuff right here. We went through everything, so you know exactly what you guys are getting. If you're interested in this, you can go over to thegamecrafter.com and pick up a copy. No, this is not a sponsored video. Just telling you guys, being informative, that's where you're going to pick this up if you want to get a copy of the game. You can also find Iron Helm over there, all the rest of the expansions, and of course, all of the other amazing games that Jason Glover makes. He is the creator of Iron Helm. Definitely go check out his other games as well. Highly recommend that. I also have a bunch of those on the way. I've got Tin Helm on the way. We got Gate and Gates on the way, and I also have Dust Runner coming my way. I'm going to be doing unboxings of those, playthroughs, all of that stuff. So be on the lookout for that. Also, I have all of the other expansion packs for Iron Helm still left to open, and I've also opened several things. I've opened the base game of Iron Helm, I've opened the Iron Chest, and I've opened the first 2 adventure packs. So if you're interested in checking that out, you can go check out those videos on my channel. And thank you guys so much for tuning in to the Game Night YouTube channel. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to hit that thumbs up like button. If you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing, dudes. Hit that red subscribe button. Click the bell icon so you can stay updated and notified every time I upload a brand new video. Anyways, dudes, love you guys to death. Thanks again for watching. Hope you pick up a copy of Iron Helm for yourself and enjoy this amazing game. And yeah, until next time, dudes, have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video.